For years, I've prided myself on having an exceptional, almost unhealthy work ethic. On one hand, I am full of passion and positive enthusiasm, and I throw myself into everything I do. On the other hand, I'm driven by anxiety and a chronic fear of failure, and then throw myself into everything that I do. Back when limited time off, paid vacations were still a thing, I was quick to tell anyone who would listen that I never use all of my allotted paid time off each year. Even when I would be off or go away for a long weekend or vacation, I frowned upon out-of-office replies. I checked in multiple times a day. In an age of social media and real-time marketing, something I am, at least in some small part, responsible for, I was either always on or always available. Always available, it's a snarky term, but I've more recently grown to resent the concept. And this week I learned I am not alone. We've all heard it before, right? The best ability is availability. It's like this mantra for overachievers, a badge of honor for the hustlers among us. But let's be honest, being always available has lost its charm, especially as we get older. In fact, it's starting to look more like a red flag than a badge of pride. And I think I'm late to this party because I've heard and dismissed people saying it for years, right? But it was David Wang's smart newsletter, which is called Proof of Concept, that got me thinking. Simply showing up doesn't make you a hero. Availability is not a substitute for skill or talent or even effectiveness. It's like having, it's like thinking you're an Olympian just because you show up for the trials. Newsflash, you're not. The real world does not hand out participation trophies or sportsmanship awards, right? Your availability means nothing if you're not bringing something valuable to the table. Being too available can backfire. We've all fallen into the trap of saying yes to everything, stretching ourselves too thin until we're just a blur of busyness. But guess what? Busy doesn't mean productive. In fact, if you're too busy to be effective, people won't even notice that you're available. They'll just see you as overwhelmed and overextended. Now, I'm not saying that availability isn't important, but it's not about being a constant presence. It's about being present when it counts. It's about knowing when to step up and when to step back. And sometimes the most powerful move you can make is saying no, so that when you actually say yes, it really means something. So I'm personally going to stop glorifying the 24/7 grind and start valuing smart availability, being there when it matters, but not being everywhere all the time. Because in the end, it's not about how often you show up, it's about what you do when you're there.